Lock the door to open it. All right, let's fix the top on the computer. And take. So this is number 92 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. Shut the doors on. Tell all the neighbors that it's number 92 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. And today we're gonna do the routine that's designed for strength. And this routine is about physical strength, but that physical strength is coming from capital S strength, meaning the energy of strength, the strength that we all share. I know this concept is like, but there's one strength, and we're tapping into that strength because then it becomes a mental strength. So you let go of all the barriers of, hey, I'm not doing it like this, or I'm not this strong, or I'm not as strong as that person, or I'm stronger than that person. All that stuff is barriers to tap into the one strength. And no matter how you're doing these poses, if you're holding them and you feel strong, you tap into that strength, that energy of strength. That's a mindset that we're gaining on the yoga mat. So when you go off in the so-called real world, you have this mind strength. That's a good one. But you have this mindset of strength that you can handle the things that are happening to you in that day or in your day to day. So we're going to begin in mountain pose. We're going to do 2 standard sun salutations. Similar to integral yoga, similar, a little different. Then we're going to move into the warrior 2 and then warrior 1 in that order. Downward dog, dolphin, and planks. And then we'll end it with mountain pose. And just focus on the breathing and tapping into that capital S strength. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to go to mountain pose. Open this door a little bit wider. So feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. No tension in the arms, the shoulders. And then you're finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing. As if you were just your skeleton. You're finding that spot where it stands. You're focused on the breathing. Remember to stay focused on the breathing, which heightens your awareness, makes you know what's going on in the body, but you're not focused on what's going on in the body. You're focusing on the breathing. Just heightens your awareness. Bring the palms together, thumbs go to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhaling, you're doing the symbolic hand gesture if you can. If not, you're going to go out a little bit, whatever matches. Inhale, then exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. And we're just going to do the ragdoll. The ragdoll, the arms are dangling, the head is dangling. There's no tension anywhere. Now you may feel a little tightness in the lower back or the hamstrings. You might even feel a slight pain. If you feel that stuff, just be aware of it. Don't focus on it. You're focusing on the breathing, which makes you aware of those things, but you're not focused on it. And that's a mindset in itself. Not focusing on the problems, aware of the problems, but realizing that you're not the problems. Now palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is, I'm sorry, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to bring the palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Made a mistake. Not really. I could have kept on going, but I didn't want to. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. And then you're going to arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can, slowly. Then exhale, pull yourself in. Push all the air out. Forehead's going to the knees. Then again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. Now the palms go to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. With the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, in the back, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight. Maybe it's arched. If it's arched, you're scooping, you're opening up. If it's straight, you're still opening up. You're feeling opened, and the back is elongated, so you're stretching out if you can. And just make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, you need to lengthen up some, either to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Wherever you are, just accept it and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now with the back foot, we're going to curl the toes under. You're going to go to a high lunge. We're not going to stay in high lunge. Just use it as a transition pose. So back leg is straight. Then move into the downward dog. With the downward dog, arms are straight. Legs are straight. Tailbones go to the ceiling. Heels are towards the floor, they're into the floor. And you are pushing into this pose, but you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like you shouldn't go any further. So push into that spot and just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. If it's too much, just bring yourself out of it a little bit. Now you slide into the upper dog. So you drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. The upper dog, tops of the feet are to the floor, palms to the floor. Head is up and back. If this is too much, you're going to go down to the small cobra. And the back is up. You're using the back muscles to pull the shoulders up. No pressure on the hands. The hands are touching the floor, but you're not using them. Or you go to hands and knees. Or you stay in the upper dog and modify it. Or you do the upper dog perfectly. I'm not doing it perfectly, I don't think. So-called perfectly. What you would think is perfect. But I'm doing what's perfect for me. So I'm letting go of that barrier of judgment so the mind and body can connect. Then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight. Legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. You're pushing into this pose. And you're going to bring the left foot up between the hands. And with the back foot, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square and pushing forward, diagonally. Look, I want to get my thumb caught in that pocket. And then make sure the front knee is not going over the toes. If it is, you want to lengthen up some. Back is straight, maybe arch. Just arch. You're scooping. And if it's straight, you're elongating. Here to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Just do the best you can. You just focus on the breathing. With the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. Settle here just for a second or two before we move into standing forward bend. Then we move into the standing forward bend. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Focus on the breathing, letting yourself breathe. And the belly, well, when you inhale, the belly expands. So it pushes you out of the pose. Let yourself be pushed out slightly. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in, you go back into the pose. And then just be aware of that movement. Focus on the breathing. Now palms together, reach out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe. Focus on the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back again for a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square. Back is straight or maybe arch. If it's arch, you're scooping. If it's straight, you're elongating. And make sure the front knee is not over the toes, into your palms or to your fingertips. And just focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge. Settle here for a second or two. Then move into the downward dog. Downward dog, you're pushing into the pose. So the arms are straight, legs are straight, elbows to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. No tension in the neck, so the head is dangling. And just focus on the breathing. And then you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, you slide up. Modify it how you have to. If you need to go to small cobra, do the small cobra. Or hands and knees. You just do the best you can. Whatever you're doing is perfect. I know that's like cliche or something, but it's true. Because you're learning acceptance, capital A acceptance, the energy of acceptance. Back to downward dog, pushing into it. Then you bring the left foot up between the hands. Low lunge with a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor and the back, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Your back is straight, maybe arched. If it's arched, you're scooping. If it's straight, you're elongating. So you're stretching out to your palms, maybe to your fingertips, and the front knees, not over the toes. And just focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge just for a second or two, settle here, then move into the standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Make sure you're aware of what's going on in the body. So just focus on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale. And back to mountain pose. Remember, in mountain pose, you're trying to find a spot where the skeleton is just standing. Today my arm aches. Right. Yesterday I did my bench press challenge, and I didn't hurt it. I strained it, which is normal. Every time I do the challenge, I strain it, and then 2 days later it goes away. Now I'm gonna open this door, and then we're gonna go to the Warrior 2 and then Warrior 1. Now, for the Warrior 2 and the Warrior 1, you're gonna bring the left foot up in the center of the mat in the front. Right leg goes back. So with the back leg, with the back foot, you're gonna turn the foot slightly. And you're gonna line the heel of the front foot into the arch of the back foot. Or you can go shoulder width apart. So you get the shoulders straight, square, bring the right foot out. That's better balance. But if not, you line the front heel into the arch of the back foot. Now you want to make sure you're lengthened, because when you go down, you're going to go straight down. So the torso is going straight down, front leg bends, back leg stays straight. And bring the arms up and just do the best you can. So even if you're up some, that's fine. Whatever you can do is what you do, because when the mind and body's connecting, it doesn't matter. Judgment's not there anymore. If judgment was there, and you're always thinking about, hey, I can't do it this way, that way, then the mind and body's not going to connect, because that's the barrier. Body, the mind, just say, for example, you got to get rid of all that stuff in between of judgment and not accepting. So front leg is bent. Get my foot in the center. Back leg is straight, torso is straight down, arms are up. So think of the right arm, get it parallel to the floor. You're your own guru. So think, okay, it's parallel to the floor. Left arm is out. And just focus on the breathing. Now, I talked, so we stayed in it a little longer than I should have. So you're going to rotate the arms, square up the shoulders, staying down, reaching up. So you're reaching up. The arms can stay parallel or out. Whatever you're doing, make sure the fingers are wide as you can get them. Middle fingers pointing straight out. You can look up, you can look forward, and you reach up, sink down. Square up, and just focus on the breathing. We're not going to stay here long. And then palms go down to the front. And then downward dog, pushing into it. And then you're going to bring the other foot up. So whatever foot you had up, you bring the opposite foot. So the right foot should be on the right foot. It's not the left foot, but the right foot, front of the mat, in the center. That heel lies into the arch of the back foot. If you like, you bring the left foot over some, square it up with the shoulders. That's just proper balance. Or you line the heel of the front foot into the arch of the back foot. You're going to get centered. So you're going to go down. You sink straight down. Torso is going straight down. So you're not reaching up. You're going straight down. Front leg bends. Back leg is straight. Think of the back arm. Get it parallel to the floor. And then just focus on the breathing. You're thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And if you can, sink down a little bit more, settle, and accept. So if you're up some, that's fine. For me, I don't even think I'm going down right now because I'm talking, so I'm not doing it like perfectly for me. Even if I did it as perfect as I could, I would have to accept where I am, because I'm not going to be like the person in the textbook. But it's fine. I gotta let go of that judgment, because when the mind and body's connecting, that is yoga. All that other stuff is judgment. Accept yourself on the yoga mat, and then rotate the arms. Bring the arms up, reaching up, sinking down, so stretching. Arms are out, fingers wide as you can get them. I was saying something about judgment. Let go of judgment. You're learning a mindset of accepting yourself. Now this yoga, square up the shoulders, And now palms go down to the front. Downward dog. Pushing into it. Push a little more. And now we're going to go to a plank. We're going to do a minute plank. So my breathing is off because I talk and I can't line it up. Make it better. So go into the plank. So for the plank, you're going to go down to the knees. You have to go to the perfect plank, or what you think is the perfect for yourself. And then halfway through, you can drop down. Just because you commit to it, don't mean you have to stay in it. So let's go for the plank. Now in the plank, the abs are engaged. So you're not sucking in the abs, you're engaging them. The belly button's going towards the spine, and that's focusing on the core. The transverse abdominis. I don't know if that's how you say it. I think that's how you say it. Multi-tifinus. Well, those muscles right there, for example, engage before you make a movement. Milliseconds right before you make a movement, they engage. Like they almost have a mind of their own. 20 more seconds. It's powerful stuff. That's why a lot of people get hurt in the lower back, because those muscles right there don't know how to engage, because we sit all day. I sit all day. I work online. Now, back to downward dog, pushing into it. That's 1 minute. Stop the watch. And just push, push. And then you push into the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot. Accept it. And focus on the breathing. If it's too much, just bring yourself out of it. Go to hands and knees. Or just bring yourself out of it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do or you don't feel like you should do. Of course, you know that. But do it. Or don't do it. Now we're going to go to the dolphin. Hands and knees. Flatten feet in the back. No, my bad. You don't flatten the feet in the back. I was going to go on chuckles. But that's not what we're doing. So the toes in the back are curled. Palms together, just like the downward dog. So you push up and back. And now the palms are together. So you're pushing the palms as hard as you can. And for the shoulder blades, they're spacing out. They're going outside of the yoga mat. I thought a bird was outside looking at me. And he's like, do the bird pose. I don't know what the bird pose is, man. Push, push. Now push the palms together. Space out the shoulders. If it's too much, bring yourself out of it. Accept where you are. Focus on the breathing. And then go ahead and release. Back to hands and knees. Back to downward dog. Pushing into it. Now, the downward dog should feel easier from the dolphin. Push. Now we're going to go to another plank. Minute plank. Do the best you can. And remember, so go for it. Modify it. And remember, if you go to the standard plank, like I'm doing, and you settle in it, and then after 15 seconds or so, you feel like, man, can't do it. It's okay. Change your mind. Just because you commit to it doesn't mean you have to stay in it. It's a process. You're learning. It takes time. 30 more seconds. And again, if it's too much, bring yourself out of it. Abs are engaged, so the belly button's into the spine. Think of nothing else but the breathing. I know it's hard, but think of the breathing. Focus on the breathing. Make sure you're aware of what's going on in the body. And just do the best you can. Now down to hands and knees. Flatten the feet, space out the knees. Then the extended child pose. With the extended child pose, you keep the hands where they are, sitting back on the heels. Make sure the knees are spaced out because that allows the belly to go up and down. And just focus on the breathing. Now, use your fingers, walk yourself out a little bit with the fingers, but keep the butt down. So you're stretching out and just sink into the pose. Now right here, this is when I know I need a mic. Hey, Nat, get away, Nat. Because if I don't, I'm speaking into the mat. And then you're going to walk yourself to the right with the fingers, still stretching them out. Feeling the stretch in the left side of the lower back, maybe in your left lat. Maybe you feel it somewhere else. But again, you're not focused on that stuff, focusing on the breathing, which makes you aware of what's going on in the body. And then you'll walk yourself to the other side with the fingers. Keep the butt down, feel the stretch in the right side of the lower back, maybe in the right lat. But you're not focused on that stuff, you're focusing on the breathing. And then walk yourself back, sink into the pose. And then bring yourself back up, back to hands and knees, curl the toes under, knees go hip width apart. Look at this Nat, get away. I don't care, he's allowed to be in here. And then you're gonna sit back on the heels with the toes curled under. Keep the toes curled under. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Toes stay curled under. Just do the best you can. Now, when I teach this class in person, a lot of people are like this because their feet are not used to being stretched or worked. We keep our feet in shoes all day. I wear sandals a lot of times, but I do the same thing. So it's very important. Important pose. Then you bring yourself up, flatten the feet. Thunderbolt pose. This is the prayer pose. Now for the camera, I might be too far back, so I might be like that illusion picture, optical illusion picture, where somebody goes in the corner and they look small, and the person next to them looks real big. That's because I don't have a good camera. I'll get a good camera eventually. It's all going to work out. But anyways, focus on the breathing. Now you're going to go into the easy pose. For me, I'm going to move up to be in front of the mat. But if you're already in the, I can't speak. If you're already at the back of the mat, just go into the easy pose or stay in the prayer pose. I call it thunderbolt pose, but it's the prayer pose. It's either one. And if you're in the easy pose, back straight, hands in front, maybe to your knees or your lap. Maybe you're leaning, maybe you're against the wall, but wherever you are, you're just focusing on the breathing. Now, in the beginning, I said we're going to end with the mountain pose. We're not ending with the mountain pose. This is not the mountain pose. We're ending with the easy pose. And then we're going to seal it up with a yoga seal. I made a mistake. I was thinking that I would end it that way, but see, I changed my mind. No, I didn't change my mind. This is the routine. I made a mistake in the beginning. Doesn't matter. As long as the mind and body's connecting, it's all that matters. It's all that matters. That is oneness. That is yoga. When the mind and body's connecting. Everything in between mind and body, like judgment, like control, and not doing what the flow of the poses are allowing you to do. All that stuff is or are barriers that prevent the mind and body to connect. Let go of all that stuff and just become one. You're doing that, you're doing yoga. Now for the yoga seal, you're going to reach behind you, grab the left wrist with the right hand, leaning forward. Forehead is going down towards the floor, wrist to the floor. And you're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses and keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. And then bring yourself back up and just go back in front. Back is straight or straight as you can get it. And we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So what you're going to do is watch yourself breathe. You're already breathing automatically, so you're going to watch it. So you watch the belly go in and out. As you inhale, the belly expands, and you exhale, the belly goes in. Just watch that. Bring the focus to the tip of the nose. Watch the air go in and out. Now it's natural to bring your focus to the breathing and start controlling it, but you're already breathing automatically. So let go of control and just watch yourself breathe. And then what happens with time and practice, you realize that you're the watcher. You're not the control, you're not your thoughts. You're the observer, the watcher. So we'll stay here just a little bit longer, so watch yourself breathe. The palms together. That's it. So that's number 92, YouTube Live Yoga Routine. I stopped on 90. I have a calendar there. 90 was the 29th. So I don't have anything for the 30th or 31st. I didn't write it down yet, so I'll write it down after. So that's number 92, YouTube Live Yoga Routine. And I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.